Hey Capricorn, welcome to your weekly reading. So this reading is for the week of February 11th, 2019 to February 17th, 2019, but as we all know, these readings are always timeless. So let's just jump right in. Yay! I'm really happy to say that Capricorn, you seem to have come out the other end. I don't know if you've been tuning into my readings for Capricorn for the last few weeks. If you have been, and if you've been resonating with them, then you'd know that you may have been going through a funk, a real funk. But I have to be honest, like you've really turned this ship around a lot. I would say you're about 3/4 out. Before you were just sitting in a dark corner, despairing, just really beaten up by life. And if you take a look at this card, here you are now for this week. You are like a rock star. I don't know if you can see it, if it's sharpened enough, but you're like a rock star. Now, what I'm seeing in this card is that you definitely come into the light. You are having much less despair, but I do see that there's still some anxiety going on. Maybe you still have some anxiety in your love situation, your work situation, just general anxiety about life, because you're really beaten up for a while there. And even though things are starting to look rosy and looking up, and you're starting to feel more comfortable and more, and also more comfortable and confident in your environment, I feel that you still are experiencing some form of anxiety, and that's natural, right? So I see that generally speaking, you're still feeling like, what am I going to do with my life? You're like, what's going on in this life? Whatever you have right now in terms of career and finances. Yeah, I do see some dead weight there, meaning like either it's just things are dead, things aren't as passionate as you want, it's not the job you wanted, just whatever the reason is, you just are feeling dissatisfied in your work life. But that being said, I see that Spirit mentioned earlier, as I was looking at the cards, they said you've been instructed, which we know because that's what they've been saying for the past few weeks for you, but you've been instructed to wait and see what develops in that, and I'm seeing that that's exactly what you're doing. I'm seeing that you have turned your back on whatever fires you think are going in your life, whatever spaces where you're like feeling between a rock and a hard place, all of that stuff. You may still feel like nothing has really changed or alleviated those feelings, but I feel that you are following Spirit's advice, and you're putting those feelings on hold, and you're waiting to see what develops. And I like that because it shows you're ready to heal. I'm also seeing that even while you may be feeling still, some form of conflict, like things just aren't completely perfect yet or back to settled yet, maybe you're still angry or upset over how things went down with work or with some kind of organization or just whatever. Maybe you still have residual angry feelings. I'm not necessarily picking up that you have conflict in your environment. It just seems more like you have these residual feelings of having had conflict, and it's just there. But nevertheless, I'm seeing that things are definitely picking up, and they're more cheerful, more rosy with your love situation for those of you who are in relationships and with partnerships. I'm also seeing that when it comes to work, you are, not doing entirely too bad. I see that there is at least some better feelings. Just the mood, the light has come in. The mood is lightened. And I see that you're ready to kind of say to the universe, all right, bring it in. What you say, there's something coming for me. What is it? And here you are just waiting. And you're even beckoning like, all right, universe, bring it on. I'm doing what you want me to do. So what do you have for me? I'm seeing that you were in a place where you were brooding, where you were angry with life, you felt beaten up. And imagine this lady having been in that dark corner and now coming around this corner into the light and carrying a sword. And, what that looks like to me is that she's emerged from these feelings, and she's kind of like, all right, I'm coming to play. Let's have a seat and see what you have for me. She's like, batter up. I'm here. What do you want to send me? So this does not look like an aggressive movement to me, the way energy is superimposing itself on this card. It looks like you're like, all right, life, I'm here. You told me to show up. I'm going to take a swing at, like baseball. I'm going to take a swing at whatever you send me. So I see that you're ready. Yay! You've stepped into the light. You've come out. You're ready to be moved, and that is the best place. Now, what I'm seeing this week also is that things may be feeling a little topsy-turvy. I'm seeing that maybe you may be going to bed later, maybe keeping super late hours and sleeping late during the morning, or your biological clock may be off, just all sorts of stuff. You may just be feeling topsy-turvy where time is involved. But what I'm seeing is that all of that is going to add up to giving you the roots that you need so that you can have a solid foundation. So that tells me you may be putting in some extra work somewhere, maybe working hours, or maybe you're being kept up thinking about a lot of things. I'm not sure, but whatever it is, you feel a little off kilter with respect to your biological clock. Like, I mean, I know there's a circadian rhythms, there's a better word for that, but yeah, but all of that is leading to this. In the left card, you have a home, a happy foundation. Oh, that's cute. It actually looks a little like a happy face on the door. I just noticed that. Anyway, and also you're going to, in the card on the right, you'll see you're also finally going to be in a place at some point soon where you can start to give and receive from others. Because for a while, I feel, Capricorn, you've been kind of shut down. You know, you've been kind of feeling beat up by life, and you just felt shut down. And if you remember from the past readings, they kept reminding you to show gratitude to the people in your life and to remember that you're loved and all sorts of stuff. And I think you're definitely getting back to that space, but I think that soon you'll be back to giving and receiving and having that flow and actually feeling like you have something to offer other people soon in your near future. So right now, for this week, let's just put up with the long hours and the feeling topsy-turvy and the feelings of conflict and whatnot, because you've definitely made a lot of headway. All right, Caps? All right, so I'm going to close your reading for now for this week. Thank you so much. Of course, if you'd like a personal reading, you can check the box below for my information. Otherwise, I would be happy to have you check next week, okay? All right, have a beautiful week. Bye.